So this is the Itel A50, and this might just be one of the best budget phones to buy right now. But still, I still didn't understand the reason why Itel made the Itel A70 before the A50 and made it very similar. So for this video, we're going to be mostly talking about if this phone is any value for money and if it's better than the Itel A70, its predecessor. Let's begin. So for box contents, aside from the phone, it comes with a TPU case, a headphone jack, a 10 watts charger, and a charging cable. And yeah, that's what all we get for box contents. Personally, for design, it's like Itel saying, since the Itel A70's design worked for most people and people still bought it, they sold a lot of phones, they thought that they could bring it on this design and tweak little things like the color. And they said,
well, job done. We have a new design.
I think that's what Itel thought. But anyways, by what I was trying to explain, the Itel A50 and the Itel A70 look very similar. I think the only difference was the glossy finish on the Itel A70 that we don't get on the Itel A50. Anyways, speaking of that, this phone has a matte finish which looks really good, and it doesn't get any fingerprints, which is one difference I've seen from the Itel A70 and the Itel A50 when it comes to design. It also gets new colors. The one we have here is this black color, and I think it's my favorite. But if you don't like it, it also comes with this CPU case that can help you, cover it. But still, it's still black, so it doesn't make a difference. Speaking about color, we get two new colors on this phone. We get the black color, which I said is my favorite, and this lemon green. And I think we get more colors in other regions. So if you're in other regions outside Nigeria, I think you will get more colors. For external features, we get a fingerprint scanner on the side. On the bottom, we have a Type-C port, a headphone jack, and a speaker grill. And on the other side, we get a SIM card tray that supports 2 SIMs and a memory card slot. The display too is almost the same thing. For specs, we get the same screen size, the same resolution, same IPS LCD display, and same drop notch, which, as we already see, is crazy similar. But aside from that, the screen on this phone is still great for watching content. It's still good for streaming movies, which is really nice. This phone also gives you vibrant enough colors which allow you to notice every detail on this device, which I really like. Though I didn't really like the processor. For specs, we get the Unisoc T603 processor, which guarantees fast performance on medium daily tasks like surfing the web, watching YouTube videos, streaming movies, and so on. And the reason I said I really didn't like the processor was because it isn't all that good. Even though it can serve your daily tasks, even though the people buying this phone aren't heavy users, the processor isn't all that strong. It's like saying you're buying this phone for 1 to 2 years and then it starts to slow down. But we can't complain because this is actually a good processor for this price. Gaming on this phone is good, well, for some games, but for high intensive games, I don't think it will be as good. But I know it will be good for something like Subway Surfers. And if you do play Subway Surfers, let me know down in the comments. But aside from playing games, you can also keep some apps in the background without any lags, which is really nice. We get 3 gigs of RAM and 3 more gigs of MEM Fusion, and you can go up to 2 terabytes of storage with the SD card slot we get on this device. For cameras, we get an 8 megapixel rear cam and a 5 megapixel selfie cam. And shots on this phone were, well, they're as you would expect. You wouldn't expect anything big or much from this device because it has an 8 megapixel rear cam. But for this price, I think it's actually okay. It's good enough to put it in that perspective. You can shoot up to 1080p, which is good enough. And it doesn't come with stabilization, which is another bummer. Now for battery, we get a 5000 mAh battery, which is as good as you get. 5000 mAh battery is a good battery for your everyday usage. It can definitely get you through a whole day, maybe even 1.5 days of moderate use. But if you're in heavy use, probably 6 to 7 to 8 hours of battery life will be good enough for you. And And if the phone actually dies, it comes with a 10-watt charger that could take the phone from 0 to 100 in about 2 hours and 30 minutes. But to be honest, who waits 2 hours and 30 minutes to get their phone to 100%? If you can do that, let me know down in the comments. But except you're leaving it overnight, the charger isn't all that fast. But yeah, the Itel A50 is a good device. It's basically a phone you get for something like your kid or your aged parents, or maybe you can use it as a second device. And yeah, the big display, the good performance, the decent cameras, and the good enough battery life, I think this phone is really good. For its price anyway. And all this for just 87,000 naira. I think this is a good enough deal for you if you don't want to spend a lot of money. And I definitely understand what Itel is trying to do here, and I'm really liking it. I get why they are making high-end devices and they're still making low-end for those who don't want to spend a lot of money. And yeah, that's my take on the Itel A50. Definitely let me know what you guys think of the video and the phone in the comments. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.